This is the big wrong replay file. Thank you, Bukake. Did you open your own replay instead of Bukake's?
I should let my mic go through on the stream if you're actually going to be using the VOD. Let me just grab the correct replay file, I guess. Why isn't it this? It should be this. You guys only have 2 games, right? That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's totally this one instead. Sorry. That was the third Kantai match, which was, if you haven't watched it, that match was special.
Very high quality.
In a good or bad way?
Throw after counter throw, leading to very close.
It is a very exciting match.
Wait, is this the one where the Yamato Death strikes the Wooster and then rams the other Yamato?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
My man.
Oh my god.
God.
Wasn't it your whole goal eventual was to ram somebody in Jiren Katz?
Yeah,
He did it last season.
I did. I did last season, and it won us the game.
Nothing is more tragic than that Moscow trying to ram Klane and literally stopping an inch from hitting Klane.
Yep. He also gave me the opportunity of getting like an 18k superstructure salvo off, and then you just finished him off for me. It was weird.
The throws are real.
God. I know I have to review that game myself too sometime later, but god damn.
Might as well just do it now with us.
It's so embarrassing.
It is, but I mean, you gotta learn from it.
Oh.
My goal at the start here was to perma Bukake's turret, but it didn't work out.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Alright, I'm a bit busy, so I'll be back later.
See you, Klane.
Oh my god, the replay file is glitchy. From
Is there
caster
nothing's going through on the
perspective.
screen?
Call of Duty Wargaming.
Are you sure? I think you need to
Yeah.
refresh.
Is it? Okay, there we go.
There's no DVR because it's ultra low delay.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, did you actually
Mhm.
DC from this match, Shizuko?
He did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, we knew.
Yeah, when
knew
you
it.
rammed the island and then stayed there for like a solid minute, so the fuel's done.
Yeah, at least you DC'd in a fortunate spot where you didn't get killed for that, so we got lucky there.
You guys would have been in an actual much better position if you didn't, though, because you could have capped C about a minute and a half sooner.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you got to take what you can get when somebody DCs in the middle of a match.
All right, so why did you? What was your logic behind splitting up like this?
So the idea is we thought we'd have an advantage at A just because of the little island nook where Destroyer can move in and cap. I forget, everything should have actually worked, but for some reason I forget why we thought it'd be best to turn around, and that's where it all fell apart.
Well, it looked like there was 4 ships coming to A, so we were outnumbered. Because they were only running 1 DD, so we were down on firepower to start. So we started kiting away. And then we turned back in when they started leaving A to go help at C. And then I potatoed and got caught bowing between A and B. And
So that's kind of like we
and then
made the call
after
to,
that, the game was fucked, so it doesn't really matter.
yeah, because
This
we
game
made
was
the call to turn back in.
This game was super close, actually.
It was going to be pretty rough to recovering after losing a battleship that fast.
I know, like, if we had not made the call to turn around at A and kept, Vengeful and the Yamato there at A, we would have walked all over that Zhao and Hindenburg with having the Yamato with us. But once that turnaround happened and then you got caught bow on, you should have made the just ballsy choice to just turn out, and if you got dev struck there, so be it. I mean, you were going to die anyways.
So if I stop right here, where do you think that Yamato is gonna pop back up, and why is he able to do that?
There, Yamato.
Yes.
I mean, he's probably going to pop up right towards A because he's uncontested. We don't have anybody spotting him. Nobody able to shoot him.
The
We
correct
gave up the
answer
middle.
is going to be between A and B, very close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's entirely because your Yamato went so far into A.
So we should have actually had our Yamato at like F3, so or somewhere right around there to cover the mid.
Well, you
I think I
would've-
died in F3.
Yeah.
You died in F3. Oh yeah, I remember why you died.
Yeah, because I got caught bowing and farmed by like 4 ships. That's what happens when Yamato gets stuck bowing.
I don't know if you watched the stream, but your better choice there was to go for the large turnout and just hope.
Well, I was hoping to get unspotted.
There's a CV in
'cause
the
I-
match. You're not. it's not
Well,
gonna be
yeah,
a thing.
exactly. I couldn't get unspotted because of the CV. So
Some of it are just lack of experience with competitive CB play.
Yeah, there's a CV in the match. You're not going to get unspotted.
Mm-hmm.
You should just go like the BYF Yamato does it like 3 times this match, where he just decides that, oh, I'm in a bad position, I'm going to go for the full turn.
and then I miss him every fucking time too.
So at this point, should I, as the Hindenburg, go on to the middle and help Vengeful, just power down their Yamato since he's kind of stuck through the middle, call their CV to keep him spotted, and just kind of ignored the Zhao and the Hindenburg for a little bit? Because, I mean, their Yamato's pretty overextended by A. I mean, he can't really do anything but go bow in and take it. This is about when we made the call, when we realized, hey, we're not going to do as well over here.
That Zhao is exceptionally bow-in though, so I would definitely agree with shooting the Zhao right now. I don't know
Yeah,
how
true.
you feel, Gaishu.
Be a better target than the Yamato. He'll melt faster than the Yami.
If you would have held your shot, as the Yam there, if you would have held your shot, because he has to turn out. Like the bow-in Zhao on the Hindenburg.
I think I had to take the shot when I took it because I think the island is in the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the Yamato can make that kind of arc shot. If I was gonna do this again and we were gonna go to A, I would probably go I would just go directly into A.
That was our plan. The one thing too is 3F wanted the Wooster there at B to just kind of cover air fire, maybe move in later, to help the Grozavoy cover for AA fire and just kind of as a backup, which I think was a good call. But sometimes I felt like he was useless. But Kaiser said he felt pretty useful most of the match.
Sorry, just getting my stream literally running right now.
Do you want
so
me to
keep
lower
on
the
now,
bit
okay.
rate? It's like 6.5k at the moment.
It seems fine to me.
It seems to be running fine now for me.
All right.
but
No,
for-
Gaishu was complaining about high CPU usage on Decode.
what was your guys' rationale behind moving rotating the Grozavoy down towards B and leaving C open again?
We just saw
Free cap
B
on
as a
B, but-
free cap, and we thought we'd be able to hold C better. Our Zhao was a little bit too passive too. Part of the plan was to keep him more at B9, keep him there kind of as spotting, maybe not B9, but right around there to have shots on would be the Montana there, anything that comes around. So if they're at least going to be contested, and we'll be able to shoot at them with nothing else.
I just want
One thing that surprised me was at this point in the game when they started recapping C was that your Masa wasn't really in a position to cover the cap. So like when you moved your Grozavoy off of C, you didn't really have anything in a position to stop them from recapping it. So I think this move here is a lot stronger if you had that Masa move up a little bit earlier. So you actually have coverage over this cap and stop them from recapping it.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff too is we didn't really practice any scrims on this map for I don't know, it just never worked out that way. We had a few scheduled and they canceled.
for right here though, I'd sort of debate taking the gearing into B and maintaining C control with the Graz.
Yeah, that would have been a better call because the
gearing
Hindenburg
isn't
and
doing
Yamato
anything but torping head on right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's also going to be an extreme babysit by the CV in his current position.
Yeah.
The Grozoboy?
Yes,
No,
or
the
the
gearing.
gearing.
Oh. Yeah.
Because if he gets CV lit right there, he takes a shit ton of damage. So
I think our rationale at the time was we were going to do that, and then we saw the Yamato backed off, so we realized, hey, we can take these two guys, and we had made the call for the Hindenburg and the Yamato to go back to A, and that's when Venge got caught bow on, and I didn't have the ability to take on Hindenburg and Zhao.
And one thing you guys could have done with the gearing, even if you didn't bring it back to B, that you should probably be mindful of in the future is maybe moving the Hindenburg a little bit further up with the gearing and then using the smoke screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times, like the gearing here is just way out in front of the Hindi, just torping and spotting when the CV already has spotting covered. So like something more useful to be doing is making sure it's working with your cruiser.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of our main takeaways from this whole tournament is we didn't use smoke firing nearly as many times as we should have.
Like especially when you're running a 2 destroyer comp like this, like the matchup here is gearing plus Hindi plus Yamato sometimes against Hindenburg plus Sao, which is not really favorable unless you're really actively using your smoke.
none of the
For
teams
some
we
reason, I
cast
kind of just
used
like
it effectively.
assumed that you guys were gonna kill the Hindenburg and Zhao. Like I think I thought that we had another cruiser down there or something, because I was
Well-
like, oh, like you're gonna just go mop them up, and then I can go in between them to like help.
You could have killed the Zhao at the very start of the match because he was in a really shit position. But when that didn't work out and they got turned away, you're not killing either one of them easily, at least.
Yeah, we let a lot of advantages slip away on this one. And then, yeah, I have nowhere to really angle to for this. If I angle, away from the...
Husky's in a real shit spot here.
Yep.
Like, you don't really, like, I see right here the smoke gets popped while gearing's in A. It's not even really necessary right there.
We mentioned it
Because
on
he
the
had hard
stream that
cover.
you could have popped it to cover Gruzski's move up as a line because you don't actually need to have him in the smoke to be able to use it.
Yeah.
Especially since
Although
the
that is
gearing's
harder
already
with-
being babysat by the two fighters right here. Sit and
See,
Sin,
right here is I should have just fucking turned out.
Yep. You have like 20k HP to do the turnout, but you decide to reverse instead.
It's like the choice between you either slowly die while you reverse or you make the turnout, maybe live and then get away.
Their Yamato has done it like 3 times by now in this match. Every time he pushes up between that BC area, he just goes for the full turnout and dares you to punish him. And this is
And then
where
I
we
had-
call the DC for...
God, this is hard to watch. Like, so many mistakes were made.
Yeah, that's generally how it goes when you watch your own play. You'll notice all of the mistakes.
But
which
you
is
learn
good.
from it. The pain is worth it usually.
See, like, yeah, so now we have 2 cruisers and a DD against 3 cruisers. So
You
it
guys
wasn't really.
could have. You guys honestly should have burnt down the Montana much sooner over here on the seaside.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's very much overextended right now, and he has been for a while.
And he's also stuck bowing.
Yeah, if you killed him earlier, you could have made a very easy concerted push through C right now. If you look on the map, there's 4 ships focusing your Yamato, and you could have used it as a window to do something.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
I think a couple people got blapped early in the game too. Our Zhao definitely got hit early in the game.
Yeah.
And
And
I
he had to
noticed
play-
your Zhao up north pretty low.
Yeah. And he had to play pretty safe for the rest of it.
Like your Zao is I think like 14k, and their Zao is basically full, so it's obviously not an ideal situation. That's really more like, I guess, mechanical rather than like an overall positioning mistake. Generally, you don't really want your Zao bunched up on the same position that your Moss was on.
Yeah, they were supposed to be a little bit, separated.
They've been in like CB9. Right, they should go around the island and just peek the corner of the island enough to shoot at whatever ship is the first thing around the arc.
Mm-hmm. And our battleship's overextending it. I don't know why Klein pushed through C here, what his reasoning was. He could have stayed back a little bit farther, which would have saved him from getting farmed later on.
He could have pushed through C on the other side of the island, and it would have been a safe
Exactly.
position. Yeah.
Oh, he does have to worry about the Grozvoy down there, though.
I think we really just wanted that Montana. We realized it too late that he overextended, and now we're trying to make up for lost time.
See,
Go ahead.
I feel like this push through C would be better for you guys if you had more like presence on that Zao up there, which is basically just free farming the Yamato.
Mm-hmm. That's where our Zao should have been switching this first time that their Zao was spotted to go shoot him.
By now that your Zao is healed up to at least half, he doesn't have to like fight and kill the Zao, but he can at least put some pressure on it.
Stop it from using all 4 turrets.
Like even if not that, just like trading damage while it shoots the Yamato. Some kind of pressure is better than none.
Man, A is just a shit show too.
You guys had a chance to salvage A later in this match when you do the weird beach on the side of the island thing.
Like when that Zao and Hindi like made that push straight in to get into the Yather, like they should have been punished a lot more for doing that.
Yeah. That Zao got away.
I think again, like that side really just comes down to you have to use the Gearing Smoke with the Hindenburg, and probably have like your, well, the Yamato's now dead, but while it was alive, having it on like an angle to make it awkward for the enemy cruisers to push into that camp.
I really thought we were gonna.
So is it better to go like take the Hindenburg and the Gearing to like whatever that is, H1, like the GH1, and smoke up there?
I mean, the Hindenburg can be on the 1 line here, and then but the Gearing like needs to smoke him in that position, and then the Gearing can move down to that nook and just sit in the cap, and then now the Hindi just has free shots and everything down there, and the enemy has no way to push the Gearing out.
Especially because they didn't have radar down there.
I really thought we were going to see more Moscows or Stalingrad, a little less Stalingrad, at least in group stages. Not as many of those teams have it, but that was kind of our reasoning behind bringing the Hindenburg. Otherwise, kind of would have. I'm more comfortable in Zao. I've played it so much.
You don't have the legendary mod
for Hindenburg.
For Graz.
Shiz, I think he was running.
AA.
What were you running? I think he was.
Yeah,
you can tell by the DPM because you just got shit on there. He shot twice when you shot once.
You have like what, less than 10 games?
Oh, he doesn't have it at all? Okay.
No. I think I'm the only one in the clan who has it.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, it is.
It's literally just a straight upgrade for Gauss and usually worth running.
It's like what, 2.9 base?
Yeah. I debate your use of torps here on the Graz because they're never gonna hit.
Yeah.
I mean, my reasoning was to just force him out of the smoke and get him spotted by the plane so I could smoke fire.
Okay, that's fair. You could have used one set though, because now the Zao knows you're not a the Zao knows you're not a threat though. Here is the difference now.
Oh god, you're right. That DPM is so slow.
Yeah, it's night and day difference when you get the mod.
Yeah, I know. I almost strictly run that mod, so.
Watching the shit show at A too with the Des Moines, we should have had our Gearing later on pull forward, just torque the Des Moines.
Both of you pull forward, and you probably both live. If you do it correctly, but yeah.
If the Worcester and the Gearing timed it.
It does not have the DPM to kill a full HP Gearing before it chops its torps, and pulls forward again.
Exactly, yeah. That's why this is so hard to watch. It's just a lot of like little mistakes that add up to be big ones.
That Zhao,
Ooh.
oof. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Wrecked.
Not sure why Moscow pushed up that far either.
See,
wasn't paying
so
attention.
now we're tied on points, but we have all the DDs, so we're just down on firepower.
Yeah,
Like-
but that's what I was saying. If you had touched that cap the minute and a half earlier that you had been DC'd.
Oh, I thought we lost both the gearing and the booster.
No.
You
No?
did lose them both.
Yeah, like here, this should be a pretty solid like a free Des Moines kill for you guys. Like before he has a chance to like reverse around this island, or it would probably be ideal if you had your gearing facing the other way, but
The gearing could have at least swung around or something.
yeah, like stuck on this position, like your Worcester will just die. And right now your guys are parking 2 ships to stall a cap held by 1, which is
yeah.
making your DPM situation elsewhere even worse.
Yeah, as they are, the best case scenario is nothing happens.
So I'm guessing. Would your smoke even be up by now? I'm guessing you're heading to try to smoke the Yamato.
That was the plan, but the Yamato was dead before.
The
and then we
Yamato
knew it.
is that would have had to happen way sooner. And here's the
The infamous.
This is
trade.
really unfortunate.
Oh, I actually almost cried when your Zhao shot AP'd.
He's kicking himself in the ass about this. We didn't even need to say anything because he was torturing himself.
Yeah.
Honestly, he should have just shot immediately.
Why didn't he just?
Even with his back turrets, when the DM takes this damage right here, should have just shot.
Paizo is a bit newer to us, so he started playing on our like higher level clan battles team and stuff recently. So I think he just doesn't have as much of the experience. He's a
'Cause
solid
here-
guy. He's gonna learn.
Here
I
comes
think
7
it's like a-
ricochets. Here it comes.
He could have easily killed him too.
Like this is 3 HE shells
Oh,
to kill.
that's so depressing.
I don't understand why I didn't just switch ammo.
Like I assume this is the kind of sweaty hands moment where maybe he's like assuming that the Des Moines is gonna turn broadside
He-
because the Yamato's shooting him. So
I-
But it
goes
doesn't
AP,
matter because
And then
he's
Des Moines keeps showing bow and he forgets to switch back or something, and
Yeah.
he sees 1k HP and thinks he's just gonna get the kill.
It's more likely that he
Doesn't
forgot
matter.
or something.
So there's
But-
the DM is still alive on A right now, by the way. Just like to point that out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Also, having your gearing just leave here kind of just gives the Des Moines a free Worcester kill.
Yeah,
Because he can go forward now and the DM wins. Also, shooting
Moines is
AP
gonna
there
win.
is
Balon.
questionable.
wait, missed.
Yeah, he missed as well, but
I
shooting
think he
AP
knew it was
there
gonna end. I
is-
think he was just shooting to shoot.
And then the second game was slightly better for me, but Klein had a fucking rough time at A, I think. Yeah.
So there's only 2 games. It should be this replay. Well, we'll find out. I either load Kantai again from Bukake's perspective, or
This Flambas match that got linked is like fucking painful to watch.
it's hilarious. Sorry
I
for
haven't even watched
Stormy.
it. Okay, we're gonna watch it right now. Why not?
Before one of the games, I readied up as Shima to see if anyone would notice, but no one did, so I quickly switched.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think we're all going over the tactics map, so, I mean...
No, it was like I think we were
That's
still
the
waiting
same
on a
game
couple
again.
of people to ready up, so I just like stealthily readied up as Shima, see if anyone would notice. In Syndicate, one of our battleship player in season 2 would stealth ready up as HIV.
Oh, no.
I think we only took him to battle once like that though.
Oh yeah, Paizo he's watching the stream. He said he didn't think he had enough time to change HE.
Expert loader, man. What are you gonna do with that last skill point? Take fucking PM?
Expert Loader should definitely 100% be a pick on like all Zao. Basically, like any heavy cruiser, really. It's just so useful.
So good.
Again,
Yeah.
I failed to perma the Hashendale turret here.
Oh.
An OP ship.
Oh, this is the same match we just played. Oh, is this from their side?
Yeah, it's their perspective.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we could watch it. He wasn't retarded and knew there was only 2 matches, so he actually sent me the 2 correct replays.
Wedding underestimating zone clanmate's intelligence.
Do you guys want to watch their perspective, or do you want to move on to the next match? It's up to you.
I think I know. I think we know what we did wrong here. I mean,
Do you think there's anything that they do that we should watch because it's a learning experience?
The Yamato making the large turnout 3 times at the very start of the match.
let's at least watch that and see what they did there.
Like, you'll just see him do the full turn.
I mean, overall, you guys are basically going to get the same information from this, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you generally see the ship positions because of the plane spotting, but
Yeah, we'll
if you
just
want
skip it. Yeah, we'll skip it.
to
Alright.
give you guys the replay file if you want to watch their perspective.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Was he like wobbling in his turns or something
No.
when he was doing his full turnout?
No. He pressed Q twice and let Jesus take the wheel.
Well, he prayed to RNGesus more than I did before the match, apparently.
You shot high on one of them at least. But I don't know about the other ones.
Well, I mean, I could send you my replays for that if you wanted, but I did not get good dispersion on any of those shots that game.
Oh, this is painful too.
If you had one more ship left alive, you guys could actually have won this match.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing with the Wooster and B cap at the end.
Grudsky taking the large half HP. so
30k. Their DM also took though, so
yeah,
it evened out.
Yeah, that was a result of me trying to think of what we were doing, communicating, and not paying enough attention to where I was going.
Yeah, I think we joked on stream that you started every match with at least a 20k health disadvantage.
You're not wrong.
Battle starts.
Why aren't you both running Hashitates?
Because I only have an Orland, and
Aren't they free?
yeah, but
You're
why would I keep
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
That's port slots, man.
it in-
Survives the ram. Nice.
the
Should
first
I-
match we
OP.
casted, I slowed down, so he slow rammed me and lived for a very long time.
Awkward. I rammed the Great Gorgon in the Sunray into Darkness operation for like 622k. The fucking thing didn't die.
So here, let's see. Oh yeah, our Hindenburg and mostly I guess our Zao spawn on the wrong side, so they're doing the flip flop.
I wish for clan battles and competitive map you could select your spawn points at the start.
Yeah.
It feels
I
really
always-
bad when the enemy team is like a nice kilometer further onto the edge because they just happened to spawn conveniently and you didn't.
It's cool. Just magically spawn the DD right in the cap from the start.
I always wondered, like during clan battles, if there's like a specific order you join the division in order to sort that out.
We
And I think-
tried, and it
I
didn't
think
work.
there is. No? Oh, okay.
We tried, but maybe we just didn't get the magic secret.
That's why you just run 7 Moskvas.
Yeah,
And
and then
call
you
it a
get
day.
RF that types trash comp as the
Do they really?
yes.
I mean, if it works, it
We
works.
Bravo
right?
team ran 7 no module like 10-point captain Moskvas, pressed W at them, and they wrote trash comp at the end of the match after getting obliterated.
I mean, we were not happy when you guys brought all Haragumos, but I mean, you guys won fair and square. So I mean,
Yeah, the Haru at least takes thinking, whereas
Yeah.
the Moskva comp is like the low IQ strat. Ooh, 3M taken, losing the fighter exchange. That's unfortunate right there.
Yeah. Pushed us out of B and then got me spotted earlier than I was at least thinking of.
Man, you got fucking dumpstered.
Their DM gets dumpstered here. I don't know if you guys see it. Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah, that was me. It's right here. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish him off.
Oh, yeah, it's like the 3-minute start of the match, Salvos. It's not going to happen. Unless you
Well,
get
see,
a-
that's the thing. So I thought he was going to come in to the left of that island, and that I
did.
was going to get another shot on him.
He did.
But we never got spotted. Well, yeah, we did, but he dropped off before I reloaded, and so this was like
Oh,
a
okay.
snapshot on where I thought he was going to go, and he was like he was farther forward than that. And then I don't think he ever got spotted for like the next 10 minutes or something.
Well, to be fair, it's very difficult to CV spot the double
Well, yeah.
DM island.
Yeah. So we fucked up really bad on C here, for sure.
Fucked up really bad on A. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we did that too.
Klein
but
has
I mean-
a huge death wish here.
Uh-huh.
This is about where you should be stopping, but he doesn't.
We had several conversations about our battleships overextending.
Doesn't he want to go? Well, I would probably be right on the 1-2 line, and then I'd go farther north so you can shoot the fucking DM that camps at that island.
Yeah,
You
you could.
can't
I
hit
just
him.
meant like distance to the cap.
Well, yeah.
Because he's gonna be pressing W to the rock right now.
Yeah, like at this stage in the game, you guys should see it. They have nothing at C, right? So their strong side is going to be on A, which you can see from their ship. So making the
We
choice to like
fucked up.
cross Yamato deeper into this instead of
Mhm.
turning around is probably the big mistake here. So you basically lose both those ships for not much.
Where should we have brought our Yamato at C then?
Also,
You
Oh.
can keep the Yamato down on that side, and if you keep your Yamato up north alive, you have like crossfire across the map, right?
Gotcha.
But you just don't want to be pressing your Yamato's W key onto their strong flank and then losing it for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
in that same vein, you sort of don't want to be pressing your Moskva's W key when your Yamato is going to be having to retreat, because the only thing stopping your Moskva from getting
Swarmed.
looped here or swarmed is that Yamato existing. But he won't be existing for very long with how he's playing.
Yeah.
Also, your Moskva totally could trade for one of the cruisers in this match. I don't know if you guys actually saw the Zhao coming and how early you saw it coming. But if you
I didn't see it until late.
Because
I
if
don't
you had
know about
happened to
MS.
radar him early, you could have turned your guns and just deleted him as he came around the corner.
Oh, and this Graz, how we did
Yeah,
not kill
the
it.
Graz
Oh.
not dying here was really unfortunate because he
Yeah.
just like disrespected you guys by fucking pressing his W key into the radar.
And
getting
doing the full turn.
Like he should have.
Well, Klein got shit dispersion there, and his aim was pretty good.
He lives with like 522 health, by the way.
Oh. I was trying to blind fire him.
That was
Not really able to make it over the island. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that I shot at him too.
from all the way over there. Alright.
Yeah. I was basically ignoring that Zhao at like D10, so there wasn't a lot actually to shoot at because everything else was behind the island.
Klein here could also attempt the disrespecting turn if he really wanted to. I'm not sure if it's necessarily better here. He probably dies either way. He's like 30k.
Yeah, he'd die. He wouldn't be able to build up speed fast enough, I think. He could have tried it much earlier.
Yeah.
Either that or he wanted to tuck up
you see
really
the Zhao
close
right
to
here.
that island.
You see the Zhao right here. You know what that Zhao is going to be doing.
I think we were so focused on getting their battleship, we just ignored it. Is my guess.
I mean, like at this stage, your Moskva is dead. It's gonna die eventually once that Zhao gets around. But Like maybe you have a chance here as that Zhao gets around to just press your monster's W key and ram them on Montana.
Also, you have a Zhao chasing the Zhao away from every objective up on J10.
Yeah, that was another thing we talked about. He should not have gone that far up chasing him. He had no teammate support there.
Well, there's also no objective where
Yep.
he's going.
So
Mhm.
should I have gone like north around that second, like that last big island, instead of going in between the two? Because the problem is we're getting fucking steamrolled up north, and I wanted to get guns back into the fight, but then I got kind of caught bow in because of my weird angle.
I
Is it
think
the
you should have
Worcester?
hugged a little bit
I was
more.
the Yamato.
Oh,
I think you should
the
have hugged that
Yamato at
island to
sea.
your left a little bit more. You could have backed out if it got overwhelming, but right there you had pretty good angles on a lot and had good cover over B.
I think
Here I
that's a
fucking
fine
I missed
position
the
to
Des
have,
Moines.
as long as you aren't locked into that channel. Like here, you kind of turn to be pointing more into it, and you basically remove the option of yourself turning around and getting away, because you can only reverse there. So if you stay in that spot,
I was
but
trying
more
to
like
get
now pointing straight north, so
I
you
was
can
trying
just
to
run
get into
away.
cover from the Zhao because he was farming me. I think that's why I tucked in.
Maybe that's why Paizo was chasing him too. You called that. I'm trying to remember.
What I should have done is like once I was in here, I should have like full speed grounded and then stomped on the reverse and like backed up behind that island.
By the way,
Behind the island I hit.
that Graz is now 222 health.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just getting yourself stuck here was probably not the best. And I'm not really sure I agree with moving the Worcester like up into the cap like this either.
Yeah. I think we were
I
just.
mean, I assume the reason to do that was to radar the Graz there and kill it, right?
Yeah.
It's that he should have. I think does he run aground here? Or does he? I think he gets smoked by the gearing.
Yeah.
But he probably should have been
Like
smoked
ideally, you can do
out
this,
of the
but
cap.
the Worcester needs to leave the cap. Like I think he ends up getting smoked basically inside of it as the entire
Yeah,
enemy
he
team
does.
pushes in.
So your D10 Zhao has been playing Zhao 1v1 the entire match, and it's about 50-50.
Well, at least he's not getting outshot.
He started with more health, so I don't know if that's necessarily true, but
And then he gets. I believe he. There was a
CV.
miscommunication. Yeah, our CV thought he said he had DF, and he misunderstood it and didn't send fighters when he could have.
that
So
was
that
an
fucked us.
unfortunate.
You
not
know
See,
what
like,
you
doing
need to
fucking
be doing with your Grazovoy
flat-
here?
Flat
Like
broadside Yamato, and I fucking get nothing.
I mean, you make up for that with the God Bow Citadels later. Like
Well, I
your
had
Grazovoy
like
isn't really
3
doing much here.
Well, yeah.
Also, why did you try
Uh,
to turn here?
you
You could have reversed back around the rock the other way. to
No, that's
live.
what I said I should have done earlier.
Oh, okay.
But I had I think 3 salvos at like basically the flat broadside Yamato. And I got fucking nothing until this salvo when I got a double sit.
I don't know what your shot on the DM there was, but you make up for it with the sitting the Yamato, but that's super RNG.
One thing you guys could have done to help deal with this push is had your Hindi and Graz more playing together on the west side there, and using that smoke again.
Yeah.
Like your Hindi basically just ends up being run all the way down into the bottom of the map doing nothing here, and now your Worcester is basically alone.
Was that the play you were talking about that could have won it, or could have at least changed things?
I mean, it changes the match a little bit if you can keep your Hindenburg in a position to stop cruisers from pushing all the way down west here, which basically puts the nail in your Worcester's coffin. Like overall, you guys for playing a 2DD comp, like lose too many cruisers, I think.
Your Worcester also had a ton of time to get turned around in the smoke here.
Yeah, like at this stage, he really shouldn't still be in the cap at all. Like all these enemy ships preparing to push in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no advantage to staying in the cap too, right? Because you have that already.
I think ideally you have him smoked with the trail that leads out of the cap, and then he just stays in that trail and gets ready to run. I think you guys definitely had a chance to win this, but you needed to keep more of your like cruiser DPM on the field, like the Hindi and the Zhao especially.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
Like Goski just gets pushed down to the bottom of the map here because he's one cruiser against like 2 pushing him plus the BB.
Do either of you guys play Yamato a lot?
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Don't really play too much Battleship, to be honest.
I was forced into playing Battleship for 2 clan battle seasons in Conquer. But if I had a choice, no. Really surprised at that Hindenburg's HE choice there.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't, but still.
It could be he was trying to shoot at the DD and then he had HE loaded and then didn't want to take the time to switch. The 4.5 seconds or whatever it is to switch.
Yeah, the 2DD thing was a new thing for us too. We'd been practicing 1DD in skirmishes, but we got some advice to do 2DDs.
So yeah, I think personally running 2 destroyers on a lot of these maps tends to be the stronger composition, but you
have to actually you have to actually use the smoke to stealth fire.
It requires, I think, more like execution to be able to pull off a 2 destroyer comp and maintain the same level of effectiveness or more.
Yeah.
Like practicing the smokes and like pairing your destroyers with your cruisers would definitely be valuable.
We should try just running Minotaurs instead of DDs.
No, maybe.
Just run 2
We
Minotaurs.
don't have any good Minotaur players except for one of us who is no longer going to be able to be on the competition on Saturday. So.
Who's that? What?
Gull.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right. I forgot my own clanmates.
MS could do it, but he's not going to be there either. Both of them just coincidentally weren't available that day, so.
I occasionally see people who I've never seen before, so. Because not everyone is in the Discord.
What do you mean?
Like, not everyone in Syndicate, like, is in the Discord and, like, plays
in the clan.
In the clan. So, like, sometimes I'll just feel like in-game and be like, oh, there's someone in my clan I've never seen before.
We force that upon people.
It's I think for new people we tell them they have to join the Discord, but like the legacy members before, like back when it was smaller clan, just show up for the bonuses, the clan bonuses, then they like didn't care. And we're not gonna kick people out because it's like
Bye.